Hi, everyone. This is Lety. Welcome to Lety English Podcast, your quiet little space for inspiration, growth, and honest conversation. If you're listening right now, maybe you're searching for a new direction in life, or perhaps you simply want a little motivation to keep moving forward. Take a deep breath. Let yourself be present here right now today. I want to talk about a word that often sounds intimidating, but hides a powerful gift inside. That word is discipline, or as I like to call it, the secret of freedom. Let's begin with a simple idea. Discipline means doing what you need to do. No matter how you feel, most people believe that only the motivated or talented people win in life. But the truth is, winners act despite their feelings. Discipline is the choice to take action, not because you feel inspired, but because you know it's what needs to be done. You don't wait for perfect feelings, because emotions are like the weather, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy, never really predictable. Discipline is about choosing to show up, even on the hard days. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine it's 5 a.m, your alarm rings, and you know you promised yourself to exercise today, but your body is begging you, just sleep a bit more. You can always start tomorrow. A person who lacks discipline will hit the snooze button, skip the workout, and later feel guilty or disappointed in themselves. But a disciplined person does not argue with their feelings. They don't need to feel super motivated or full of energy. They simply follow their routine, sit up, put on workout clothes, and step outside. Action comes first. Feelings catch up later, and as you move, the energy and positivity begin to flow. This is what it means to take control of yourself. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It's about being the kind of person who keeps their promises to themselves. Because in the end, discipline is self-respect. There is another side to discipline that is rarely talked about. Discipline is not just about willpower. It is about saying no to shortcuts and yes to hard things. Many people want an easy road, a secret trick, or a magic shortcut to success. But the easy road is often the longest and most painful path of all. Real growth comes from facing discomfort, not avoiding it. Let's take learning as an example. You can try to cram for an exam, memorizing formulas just to pass the test. That's the shortcut. But true discipline means sitting with the hard questions, solving problems, struggling to really understand. It means doing extra exercises, reading beyond what's required, asking questions, and sometimes failing along the way. The shortcut might help you pass now, but in the future, when you need to use that knowledge, you'll realize your foundation is weak. Discipline builds a solid foundation, a way of thinking, and a habit of problem solving that lasts a lifetime. The discomfort of discipline brings freedom later on. Why does discipline bring freedom? Because every kind of freedom in life has a price, and that price is discipline. Financial freedom doesn't come from luck, but from the discipline to save, spend wisely, and say no to unnecessary things. It's about resisting that impulse buy so you can invest in your dreams tomorrow. Health freedom isn't luck either. It comes from disciplined choices about what you eat, how you move, and how you rest. It's about saying no to another late night snack or an extra hour of screen time, and saying yes to sleep, movement, and balanced meals. Here's the truth. If you don't set your own rules, your impulses will rule you. If you don't control your desires will control you. Discipline isn't a prison, it's the roadmap that gets you where you want to go. Let's look at some examples. Someone with financial discipline might say no to a fancy new gadget, even though all their friends are buying it. Instead, they save their money, invest in their education, or set aside a little more each month for their future. That Discipline is the price they pay for the freedom to make choices later on, like traveling, supporting their family, or starting a dream project. In health, discipline is the quiet decision to cook a simple meal at home instead of ordering fast food, or to take a brisk walk when you'd rather stay on the couch. It's the choice to go to bed early, to say no to another episode, because you respect your body's need for rest. These decisions add up day by day, building a foundation of health that lets you live with energy and confidence. You might ask, but isn't discipline just another word for restriction? Isn't it boring or even painful? But what if I told you discipline is actually the opposite? Discipline is the builder of freedom, not the destroyer of it. When you develop discipline, you are no longer trapped by the ups and downs of your feelings. You're not held hostage by your cravings, your laziness, or your fears. You become the creator of your own story. You make the rules. There's a quote I love. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. When you set a goal, discipline is the only way to cross the gap and turn that dream into reality. And here's the beautiful thing, discipline is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. Like a muscle you build little by little. Each day, you can't just be disciplined for 1 week or after reading one inspiring book. It takes daily practice, consistency, and gentle reminders. Think of discipline like brushing your teeth. You don't wait for motivation, you just do it. Every morning and every night, until it becomes second nature. It's the same with healthy habits, learning, and every meaningful change in life. Successful people aren't born more disciplined. They build it, brick by brick, through daily routines, small decisions, and tiny acts of commitment. Sometimes it's as simple as making your bed, or cleaning your workspace, or writing down what you need to do that day. These little actions send a message to your mind. I finish what I start. I'm someone who gets things done. The more days you win, the stronger this belief grows. Let's talk about some small acts of discipline that change your whole mindset. Maybe it's making your bed every morning, even when you're tired, or tidying your desk before you begin your work, or completing your to-do list. Even if it's just 1 or 2 things, when you do these things, you're not just organizing your space or telling yourself, I am disciplined, I am in control. This positive self-image carries over into every other area of your life. Some people believe discipline is only for big goals, like losing weight, running a marathon, or launching a business. But actually, discipline is built on the little things, the daily actions that seem almost too small to matter. By succeeding in the small things, you prepare yourself for the big ones. Each little promise kept is a brick in your wall of self-trust. And what about when you fail? What if you skip your workout, or spend too much, or give in to old habits? The answer is not to give up, but to forgive yourself, get back up, and try again the next day. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about starting again. As many times as you need, let's take a moment for reflection. Can you think of one small act of discipline you practiced today? Maybe you resisted a temptation, finished a boring task, or woke up a little earlier than usual. No matter how small, recognize it, celebrate it. These are the steps that build your staircase to freedom. Let's take a story from real life. Imagine someone who dreams of running a marathon but has never even jogged around the block. They might feel overwhelmed, not knowing where to begin. But with discipline, They start small, maybe with a walk today, a light jog tomorrow, stretching every evening. Day by day, their muscles strengthen, their confidence grows, and 1 year later, they cross the finish line of their first marathon. It's not talent or motivation that gets them there, it's the discipline of showing up, step by step. Or think about a student who wants to learn a new language. At first, it feels impossible, too many words, confusing grammar, embarrassment when speaking, but a disciplined learner practices a little every day, reviews mistakes, and doesn't give up when it gets hard. After months of effort, they can have a real conversation, watch movies, read books, and open up new worlds of opportunity. This is the freedom that discipline buys. Now, let's look at the traps of modern life that steal our discipline. We live in an age of instant gratification. If you want to buy something, it's one click away. If you want entertainment, your phone is always in your hand. It's so easy to say just 5 more minutes and lose hours scrolling through social media or watching videos. But every time you say yes to short-term pleasure, you say no to your long-term dreams. Discipline is the quiet voice that says, "Enough. I choose what matters most." Building discipline in a world full of distractions isn't easy, but it is possible. Start by noticing your triggers, the moments when you feel pulled toward distraction or laziness. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What will make me proud when the day is done? Use gentle boundaries, set a timer, put your phone in another room. Create routines that support your goals. Remember, discipline is not about fighting yourself. It's about being kind to your future self, making choices today that your tomorrow self will thank you for. When you act with discipline, you plant seeds of confidence, trust, and self-respect. Over time, these seeds grow into a deep sense of freedom and satisfaction. Let's go back to the big picture. Discipline is not a cage, but a ladder. It's a set of steps that carries you from where you are to where you dream of going. No one else can climb it for you, but every step you take brings you closer to a life you truly love. Maybe today you're struggling, feeling stuck, or doubting if you have what it takes. That's okay. Everyone faces days of weakness, and no one is disciplined all the time. But you always have the power to start small, to try again, to do just one thing right today. So let's make a promise together. Let's choose one small act of discipline right now. It could be turning off your phone for the next hour, or writing down your top 3 tasks for tomorrow, or going for a short walk, drinking a glass of water, or simply making your bed. Let this small action be your first step on the path to freedom. And remember, discipline is not a punishment, it's a gift. It's the tool you use to build your best life. One decision at a time, the stronger your discipline, the greater your freedom. As we come to the end of today's episode, I hope you feel encouraged and empowered. You are not alone on this journey. Everyone struggles with discipline, but everyone can improve. Step by step, don't wait for perfect motivation. Don't wait for your feelings to be just right. Act now, and let your feelings follow. Discipline is the quiet, steady force that creates a life of purpose and joy. Thank you for sharing this time with me. And for listening to Lety English Podcast. Remember, every act of discipline brings you closer to freedom. Start small. Be gentle and keep going, no matter what. your future self is cheering for you. And so I have a beautiful day and see you again in our next episode.